Hi, this is Jen Spencer with The Creative Executive, and today we're talking about what do you do when you have a conflict with someone in the workplace. And we have 3 tools we'd like to share with you that we find to be really impactful when trying to navigate conflict. The first one is priorities, the second one is control, and the third is understanding triggers. So the first one is priorities, right? So it's important to understand, what do you really care about? Like, what are you attached to in this situation, and what's your end goal, and what is the other person's? If you don't know, there's a really simple thing you can do to figure it out, which is ask them. Hey, what are your priorities in this particular situation? What would be a win for you here, right? And what that does is it gives you really valuable intel. It allows for you to understand their language so that when you speak to them, you can speak to their listening versus yours. The second piece is control. Really important to understand what your scope is. There's a lot of things you can control in the world and a lot of things you can't. And so going through a checklist in your mind of, I have a conflict with this person. This is my priority, this is theirs. This is what I can control and this is what I can't, right? Being really clear about that will allow for you to decide, is this something I want to double down on, right? Is this within my scope of something that I actually can impact? The last tool that we like to share is about understanding your triggers. And there's a model that we share with everybody that we work with, and you can have access to it too. Please Google SCARF 360 assessment to learn more. And I'll share a little bit with you about how the SCARF model works. Social threats fit into 5 different types of threat. The first one is status, SCARF, so the S is for status. C is for certainty. A is for autonomy. R is for relatedness, and F is for fairness. Everybody's got different triggers. So again, if you don't know the person in front of you in terms of what they're most triggered by, you can go through that list, right? Are they impacted by status? Does this feel like a certain situation? Do they have autonomy in it? Are they feeling related to me and to what's happening? Does it feel fair? And sometimes you can address just one of those, and it actually makes somebody lean into you very differently in a conflict situation. So again, understanding your social triggers, right? Your social threat triggers can be really helpful for seeing where you get triggered and somebody else does, in a way that clouds the conversation of your priorities and what you can actually control. Navigating conflicts is an imperative part of being a leader. And when you have the ability to understand your priorities and the other person's, to know what's in your scope, and to understand what you're triggered around, it allows for you to move beyond that in a way that can align intentions with actions in a whole new way.